I remember voting for Obama. I didn't vote for him because I identified with him as my minority or because he spoke politically perfect. I voted for him because I was holding him to the values that he spoke of. Then I saw that Trump was a businessman and he was running for president. And I thought, well, America needs to get back on track if we could ever do that. So I'll vote for Trump. It seems that many people liked him for his show that I never really watched, but then they started hating him because he switched from Democrat to Republican. The next thing I know, they were making fun of him and saying he was the orange face man, the red face man, the orange hair, funny hair. Nobody who spoke about him could say anything nice about him. They started diving into his past, what he may have done. They didn't care. They didn't care that he repented in a church, and they cast stones. Even some people who called themselves Christians casted stones. I guess they forgot the part where it says forgive 77 times 7. You want to forgive, especially someone who gives their life to Christ and openly, publicly does this. And I came to this one conclusion is that the few people in my life who are doing this, they just hate men altogether. They also want to make their own rules with God and say, you have to accept my lifestyle. You have to accept everything that I believe in and all this new age stuff and all of my friends that I hang around. You have to accept us, and then you are my God. Then the devil implemented another thing into some people's minds and said, oh, they're making Trump their God. And I thought, this man is such an underdog. I thought he did pretty good for the country. So I got down on my knees and said, that's it. Lord, I just need to know what is happening. Days had gone by, weeks had gone by, and then suddenly I had a dream. There it was, right in front of me. God showed me that it's meant for Trump to be the president again. He is going to be used as a delay for all the demonic forces that want to usher in all of the wars before the second coming of Christ. I thought, how could this be and why? And the Lord showed me, because he is separating the wheat from the chaff, just like the Bible says, and he wants us to grab as many souls as we can to try to get them to really believe in Jesus Christ and give their lives, because when he comes, so many people will be left behind, and he does not want this to happen. But God cannot break a promise. It is a sin to do so, and he's not going to break his promise upon his word. So he needs for us to do this, and he needs for us to pray for all of these people to be saved, because otherwise, and not a conspiracy theory, that these elite evils want to usher in what the devil wants to do with the Antichrist and beast. And when that happens, it will be too late. My friends who believe, but they're straddling the fence because they don't want to give up their styles of life, I'm telling you, it is heartbreaking. They have no idea. They will not survive. I can see already by their way of life and how they will struggle that they will give in and accept the mark. They will, because they'll want to eat. They will give up. They will give in. And it's horrible to think about it. Why so horrible? Because once they do that, it's over for them. And hell is a very real thing. You might ask, well, why do you even care? It's because I'm commissioned by God. Once you give your life to Christ, you understand that you are commissioned by God to minister his word. And if we do minister his word, that means we believe in his word. I can't vote for Kamala. I can't vote for child murder. I can't vote for that abortion. It doesn't matter if you had an abortion. Okay, I am just not going to condone it. It doesn't matter what I've done in my past. I'm not going to condone it for anyone. Another thing is, why are we trying to make something else out of our bodies? God created us exactly how we are. The devil is a liar, and he has always put into people's minds what they should be and what they should not be. You might think it's a fairy tale, some science fiction or whatever, but the demons, which are fallen angels, have always had their bloodlines, their hooks into some people, and those people are the ones in the elite fields. Get a clue. This is not a movie script either, so why do you think so many people are waking up right now? Why do you think so many people are changing to the other side? It's because God has poured out his Spirit upon those who are ready and willing to receive the truth. God says this nation belongs to him. Israel is his heart, but this nation was dedicated to him. It belongs to him. It doesn't matter if it was the Freemasons. It doesn't matter that the Knights Templar turned into Freemasons and became bad. This nation was dedicated to God. We are to uphold truths. We are to be civil, and we are to honor God our Father. And being a patriot does not mean you're a Confederate. It doesn't mean you're KKK. It doesn't mean you're a skinhead. It doesn't mean you belong to some secret society. We are merely patriots in a nation that is under God. And he chose us as a melting pot of many people to come here, to have our independence and freedom, so that we can serve him freely without somebody telling us what we can and cannot do. We can serve him freely. We can live free. A lot of nations don't live free, and we are also a nation to protect Israel.